Public defenders for Ralph Menzies in their petition for commutation claim the reality of what will happen if he's executed is jarring. Officers will have to remove the oxygen tubes from his nose, requiring multiple people to help him into the execution chamber and onto the chair. And then the state of Utah will train 5 high-velocity rifles on the body of a frail, elderly man who is already fading. His execution will serve no purpose but to turn the inevitability of death into a needless display of violence.
Just imagining what the state of Utah is hoping to do to him as he goes through this process, it's just inhumane.
Menzies will either live or die by the state.
This process has to be fair. It has to be unbiased. It has to be straightforward. Otherwise, it's not going to operate as the failsafe we want it to be.
Knowing board chair Scott Stevenson resigned in June, I asked who would replace him.
Great question. Mr. Menzies' case, we have one recusal of a board member.
That's Dan Bakavoy. He's had involvement in Menzies' case, leaving 3 members because of Stevenson's departure. Board Administrator Jennifer Yim announced 2 pro tempore members who will replace them.
Are Bradley Rich and Bob Yates.
My investigation found in 1978 Menzies robbed a taxi driver at gunpoint. The taxi driver tried to grab the gun. It went off, severely injuring his arm. A jury convicted Menzies of aggravated robbery. Menzies appealed his conviction to the Utah Supreme Court. Take a close look. Brad Rich was his attorney. This is Rich's 20-page appellate brief, and he is the only attorney listed for Menzies when he was with the Salt Lake Legal Defender Association. And that wasn't the only time Rich served as Menzies' lawyer. Rich filed an appeal to the Utah Supreme Court after Menzies was additionally convicted of escape from the Utah State Prison.
It's concerns that there are things that are happening that shouldn't be happening. The extreme secrecy surrounding so much of the death penalty and the refusal of government officials to answer questions is so very troubling.
16 hours later, I received this email. It confirms no one in the board's administration is conducting conflict checks. They rely on members to disclose their own conflicts of interest and hope they remember. It says Mr. Rich has no recollection of working on either case and does not believe he ever met Menzies. Given this situation, the board will be reevaluating this process to determine if additional steps can be taken to enhance its due diligence procedures.